Now, from the home of the Raiders, since 2020, we're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from Vegas. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. First and 10. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now a screen set up for Miller. On the move, past the 40. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Rattler now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. We'll try and run here with Miller. They get 15 on that game. First down, New Orleans.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
On the give, this is Kamara. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The kick is good. Makes the score Saints 7, Raiders nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. We are through one. The Saints out on top. And we're back in Vegas after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Minshew going to open up with a throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The first run for Alexander Madison. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he's going to have the first down yard. Across the 50 to the 48. Back is Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now Minshew. We'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan. Because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. From the gun, here's Minshew. That's caught by Abdullah. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Here's Minshew. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders come right back to tie it at 7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
He tried to remain a passer on the move about as long as he could. I thought for a minute there, Mike, that he was going to take off and try to pick up some yards with his legs, but instead he decides to just check down for a short pass and doesn't result in a whole lot.
Now Rattler going to throw. And this will be incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
A tough spot here. Third and long. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. for one more snap here in this first half. And he pulled it left. No good. And the score remains tied at 7.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He completes it to Marshall. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Abdullah now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Mario Davis there on the play. Throwing is Minshew. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Rattler. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. A run here with Miller. And he's fighting and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Looking to throw. Rattler. That's caught by Miller. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Kamara. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rattler. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch to bring up a fresh set of downs.
Guarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side. That's Johnson. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw, it's Rattler. He's got his big tight end. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Abdullah now to return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Abdullah. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Minshew gonna look to throw. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll run Abdullah. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Two minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. Abdullah. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. Here comes 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
Now, 1st and goal. They'll run with Madison. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Saints going to use their second timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. A lot riding on this play. High game, final minute, third down. It's fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. The Saints have got it.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. New Orleans' third and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing now is Rattler. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. This is 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out. And we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Abdullah now to return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Marshall is on the move. On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Minshew. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained, and I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
And that is incomplete.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans.
Rookie to kick off for the Sabres.
Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's Dak. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here's second and 14. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
It's the gain of 6. Makes it third and 8.
Third and long for him here. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Kamara now on first and 10. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's second and 1. Back now, pressure on its way. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives them first and goal. Kamara is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up their opening drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Grupe's extra point is good. And the Saints start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Play action, Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Has a hole left, room to run. Into the red zone. There it is, touchdown Dallas. The Cowboys just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cut it to a low of points on the scoreboard. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. This has the makings of a shootout, a lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of one. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Even 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Getting out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and of course, is the throwaway.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Dak now from the gun. Hits his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Cowboys looking at a 4th and 5. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. That's cut beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs. Brock, they pick up the first instead. From the red zone now. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Buying some time left. The throw is caught. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
On 4th down, Prescott to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Here's Rattler. Wilson's got it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Now Rattler. That's complete to Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, and give to Miller. Into the 2nd level, past the 30. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Mickey-Tomley's kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Turpin with a return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that 1st half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. That was Michael Parsons making that play. Offense in the hurry up here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Austin's there to haul it in. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Throwing is Rattler. Escapes the pocket. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
Here we go.
They'll run here following the penalty. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Working quickly here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Flush down out to his left. Now he takes it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
That's good for a Saints. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running behind center with Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
That's caught for the first. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Chooses to bring this one out.
The Cowboys take over first down here. They're on 17.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Alontae Taylor making the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter.
23. Cowboys 14.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
He fires one deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down. Prescott here from the gun. On the move, headed right. On the move, looking deep down the middle. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Ready.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Has it down close. Touchdown, New Orleans. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every week, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the pass.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans.
Chris Boswell will kick off for Pittsburgh.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the Superdome. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. From the shotgun, Rattler. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And some room to work. 20, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 48 yards. And the Saints need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Blake Grupe now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First carry for Najee Harris. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
To throw is Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good second down. Here's Wilson to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Here's Wilson. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, 38 yards. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown. Special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what we can do.
Others have egos and opponents can't keep up with. And they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Groupie for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, and they go back to Harris. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 16 more on that one, and another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rattler wants to throw it. Flush to his right. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The rookie quarterback making plays out of the pocket, and he picks up a new set of downs for his guys. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Steps away to his left. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the gun, here's Rattler. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Here's Rattler. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Rattler. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Here's Grupe for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fighting through at the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again with Harris. Able to power through. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And down inside the 15 he goes. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints force the turnover. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing is Rattler. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
I've met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and 14. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Taysom Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that is incomplete here.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now Minshew. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Minshew sets to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. It'll be Minshew again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Here's Minshew. Incomplete.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Rattler working out of the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From the shotgun, Rattler. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll go. Here's Rattler. Being chased out left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. 2nd and goal from the 1. Madison is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Minshew fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now back to throw. That's caught by Myers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Rattler. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Rattler wants to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Groupie for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A dump off for Abdullah. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. They'll set up to throw. And the gets him. Brought down for a sack.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up second and
Throwing on second and long. Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
brings up third down and 20.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good.
Now Minshew. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this is called. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air is Rattler. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rattler. Going up top for Miller. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The offense on third down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Here's Minshew. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll come up first and 10 here. Again, Minshew looking to throw. That's to Bowers once again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now on second down. Now they'll audible to something else. A give up the gut to Abdullah. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Now Minshew. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. Here we go, first and goal. They run. Abdullah. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert. Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
Again, it's Abdullah. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That is incomplete. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from the Superdome. This one taken at the 7. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. They'll just end up a little bit short. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. To the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely...
Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. On the ground, this is James Cook. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Alontae Taylor is there for the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's a first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Once again, it's Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Cooper with the grab. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. So, a little extra time to think about what to do on fourth down as we are through quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Rattler going to throw. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Kamara. Good running inside the 25. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing now is Rattler. This one grabbed by Austin. And he will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Mike Houston was saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. The Saints have got it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
They'll run on first down with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Open man down the field is Miller. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Rattler now back to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Rattler. He is in. Spencer Rattler. Touchdown 6. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He'll find his running back, Cook. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills first down.
From the gun, it's Allen. This one, downfield, for Kincaid. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And that will lead to a second down. Throwing again, it's Allen. That's caught downfield by Cooper. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Straight to the air they go. And his first pass falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he gets him around 6 there. Holcomb there on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd down from the gun. Caught by Miller. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from the 41. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Here we go.
Rattler to the air now. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. Running down the left side. And he's into the end zone.
Come on, ref, throw the flag, man. He hit me. Lay flag, man.
Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So picture perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in.
Dude hit me out of bounds, man. As soon as I scored.
Shoot about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
Grouping adds the extra point. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wilson airing it out to start. His first throw is an interception. And the Saints bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 13-0 lead. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. A poor return there. He only gets to the 15 before he's tackled.
Good job, defense. Way to go, defense. Way to go, defense. The most points we done gave up in 5 games, 6 games, 17 points, man. Good round of applause for the defense, man. Come on, man. 17 points, the high. Come on, man. Defense is all out today.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Along the right sideline, there's space. There it is, touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Yep, defense is all out today. Only 17 points for the highest point.
Najee Harris, the touchdown.
In 6 games, man.
Wow, just
My opponent can't even put up 21 points.
That time, Brock. He found a seam,
I'm literally tempting you to put up 21 points against me.
Singles hitters, right?
The top 17 points.
You appreciate guys that can get on base, but it's the home run.
I might be at 30 by then.
And what a big time effort.
I just might be at 30 by then, man. That's how he put it at 17.
They'll leave a point after on the table. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Man, we pushing for that #1 spot, man. #1 spot. We rank 96 right now in the world. We're going for that #1 spot.
Here's Rattler.
I don't think anybody can compete with me.
Like his dad, Joey Porter Jr.
5-1 right now for this team. Let's keep it going, New Orleans. Let's go, New Orleans.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's on the move. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left with 4th down here. They're going for this. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 14-6 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. The big play nets them 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
From the gun, a give to Miller. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 10 now. That's brought in by Miller. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Working quickly here. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing is Rattler. Gets this to Johnson. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You want to become quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome.
Boy, we hitting them with the left, right,
trying to add to their lead.
Right, underhook, left, right, left. We hitting them all around, man. It's a goal.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
I'm talking left punch, right punch.
Coverage held up on that play.
You don't know who's going to get it.
The pocket and extra time secondary. Well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
I'm literally forcing this dude to play defense, right? I'm making him mad.
Double coverage was waiting for him. Thinking interception to be
had. He playing mad defense right now because I'm talking. I know he is, but it's cool. I got to score again.
Here he is on 3rd and long.
I gotta score, man. Dang, I gotta score.
It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively because, well, we all wait for this defense final backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints lead by 10 now. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Russ looking to throw. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh,
How did Russell Wilson fumble right there, man?
One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how
Like, he just gave
defense
it
can
up.
make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up in your
Russ just
fumble.
gave it up.
Defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete.
I ain't
Second
gonna
down
act like I
coming
don't see you blitzing 5 people. You sending 5 people. When I'm sending somebody off, that's cool. Keep sending them, but hey.
Rattler back to throw. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Steelers get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return.
We need that pick.
Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today,
Oh, yeah,
Brock.
yeah, we
One
need that
side
pick.
coughs it up with a
Somebody's
fumble,
gonna have to mess
and
up.
then the other side graciously hands it right back. Interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Escapes out to the left. He's running with it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Alontae Taylor making the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Wilson now from the gun. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. He's on the move. Oh, he loses the football. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 32. He had it for a moment, but
Big hit.
defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Big hit. Let's go.
First time this game they've looked to him. So now they have short. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for the
Big hit.
that you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends.
Big hit. Let's go.
Through contact. You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
Big hit.
So the defense
Big
rises
hit.
to the
Let's
challenge
go.
and gives them back to their offense. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throwing on the run. That's intercepted near the sideline. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success. This is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints get the football
Bro, it's
back
so
with
loud in
minimal
this
time to
stadium,
go
I
in
can't
our
even
half.
hear myself on the phone.
Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. It is caught at the 20. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you, the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
First down, here's Russ. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, it's Wilson. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Throwing on third, Wilson. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And this one does not go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're going to go. It's Wilson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Going to Harris to start the half. He still has room inside the 30. And they finally get to him at the 15. Offense up to the line fast. First down, and they go right back to it. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Harris on second down. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down. Ross out of the pistol. The throw is caught. And this one doesn't go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll run for this. And he's going to be touchdown down right at the line on the play.
Not even the big guy will get it done on the power play there. Nothing short of refrigerator carrying the rock is going to muscle.
Yeah, the top ranked defense, man. Stop playing with me.
They're
Man.
set. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A game of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They give on second to Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Rattler. The screen pass falls incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He connects downfield on 4. Now about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They give to Kamara, left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Rattler. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds.
Ralph, lay here, Ralph.
The opposing 40.
Come on, Ralph, lay here.
15 yards on the pickup there. That's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Chased out to his right. That's complete to Wilson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Throwing is Rattler. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
Here we go, set.
Running left, this is Kamara.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Buys time, rolling, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now Rattler. Has it down close. Touchdown, New Orleans. So exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, really in all phases. defense, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Group E adds the extra point. And the Saints grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's Group E on now to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. First throw for the backup now. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Hayner. Ball in left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from the Superdome.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Rattler to open with a pass. Oh no, right at the start he loses the football. One of the Ravens has it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Switch, yellow, opposite, green.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Here we go. Ready.
1st and 10.
Here's Miller. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's Rattler. Gets made right side by Wilson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Rattler. He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Rattler now back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. It's a give now to Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. 65 yards. It'll be first and goal when we come back. It's the Ravens out front. More from New Orleans after this. So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. Aguilar goes off in motion. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Now here's second and goal. Slot receiver headed right. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he has to give ground. He is sent back for a loss. Back at the 3-yard line. Third and goal. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Willie Gay. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Throwing now is Rattler. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And one effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 95 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Grupe able to add the extra point. And the Saints are on top. It's now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now, Jackson. He'll spot Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. We're back to New Orleans after this. A first down throw for Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Jackson now. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Second down, Jackson. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away. Get back out there on third down.
And he will get into the end zone. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are on top. It's 14-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Rattler going to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here's Rattler. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. Looking to throw, Rattler. He's got it inside the 5. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Miller. A second effort, and he is in. Kendre Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Groupie now for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Jackson now to throw on first down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out.
Some shades of Dan Marino in that vintage play of the fake spike touchdown, but in this case, wasn't nearly as deceptive.
And he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his second touchdown tonight. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here we go, set. Ready?
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Shaheed in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a 1st down.
A gain of 15. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he's into the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this.
And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. To throw, it's Rattler. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL.
Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And the Ravens will have great field position right around midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Back to throw, Jackson. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and He's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. Throwing is Rattler. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have a Saints first down. The defense nowhere to be found. A fourth down gain of 20. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's good for another Saints.
A run on first and goal. And he will score. Game on. Kendrick Miller, touchdown Saints. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. That's his second touchdown tonight.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go. Green Jack.
Rattler now back to throw. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
From the gun, Jackson. That is hot. And he will score. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that.